So it's been a long time since I've done a video. Hadn't really been anything to video track. They keep messing around, changing the schedule, or we getting rainouts, or whatever. It keeps raining just constantly for the last month, it seems like. I did, however, work on the carburetor some. I wasn't happy with the way it was performing, and I finally found the right accelerator pump nozzle size that seems to work the best. And I also wound up changing the back accelerator pump to a 50cc, and seems to be a lot happier now. I was kind of puzzled that a 750 carburetor would come with 30 on the front and back, and come with a 28 and a 31 in the back on the nozzle discharge size. So I just need one more trip to the track to try out these carburetor changes, and then the next time back I'm going to mess with the timing and see if I can get any more out of it that way, and then I'll maybe try a few other things later on down the line. As for right now, I finally came up with a name for the car, and I'm gonna have to get my wife out here to help me make sure it's on there straight before I actually apply it. But since there's always nuts and bolts coming loose on this car, I'm constantly having to retighten stuff. I thought this name was appropriate. Well, there it is. Thank you for your help and making it for me.
You're welcome. Anytime. That'll be $50.
Put it on my bill. Well, that is not the pose of being ready to go to the track. I was out cruising yesterday and stopped at this one place and turned the car off. Been having issues with starting the car after I've been driving it a lot, because I got the timing too high from being at the track, and I haven't changed it yet. So went to restart it, and something happened with the starter. I don't know what, so I got to crawl under there and figure out what it is. But needless to say, I had to go rescue it. Well, so far my idiocy of not wanting to admit defeat and kept trying to crank it, I've seriously skinned the teeth on this thing so far. That's all the further I've gotten. Well, so far I rotated the flex plate all the way around, and all I did was shiny up the teeth, so there's none missing, thank goodness. Guess I'm gonna take off the starter and see what I can figure out. Well guys, got the starter pulled off. It was the starter that was giving me all the problem. Well, actually the solenoid went bad. It got to where it was barely even pushing the gears out just a teeny little bit. So I got in touch with Summit to warranty it, and have my new one now. Just got to get it put on. Alright, it's another new day. Let's get some time and finally get the new starter put on and get this thing back off the trailer. Alright guys, well, I put the new starter on, and I still have a grinding issue now. I guess these teeth are a little worse than they look to me, so I'm gonna have to try to clean them up. I've already checked the spacing on the flex plate to starter clearance, and it's fine, so I guess I just boogered them up too bad trying to get it started before with the other starter. So see if I can clean these things up. Alright, I got the starter on. That issue's taken care of. I still got grinding now though, because apparently the flex plate is a little more messed up on the teeth than I thought it was from me trying to crank it before. I was so desperate not to be stranded where I was, and I didn't feel like going and getting the truck and trailer, that I just kept trying and grinding it and making it worse. So now I'm going to get under there and see if I can file on the teeth and maybe bring it back around. I sure don't want to have to buy another one. Alright, got the new flex plate, got it painted Not exactly the right color, but it was the only orange I had laying around. And yet here's another day getting off of work. I want to go home and put my flex plate in, but it's raining again. It's just day after day after day. Can't get anything done. Which technically isn't a real big deal because it's not like I can go racing or anything. The only thing that it's screwing me up for is being able to go cruising in the car, so whatever. They have effectively made the track to where we can't go racing on a Sunday because it takes 45 minutes to an hour to get there, and they're not going to start opening until 5:30, racing at 6:30, and then quitting at 11:30 at night when I got to go to work on a Monday morning. Doesn't really work real well because I get up at 4 o'clock to go to work. Well, we got super crappy news yesterday. Holt, Emerald Coast Dragway, apparently has been sold to Copart, so that whole facility is going to turn into a giant junkyard, basically. So that track is gone. Wonderful. All right, guys, this video's bits and pieces from about 3 months worth. Haven't been really doing anything, so hadn't had a reason to put a video together. So we can try to get some stuff done today. Progress is slow, but we got the drive shaft out and we got the exhaust off of it. Next. Well, after a little more struggle than that should have been, transmission's out. I think I'm done for the day. Managed to drop the transmission on my hand while I was trying to get it out. So, gonna go inside where it's cool. And you know, no matter how hard you try not to make a mess, it's pretty much impossible. At least it is for me. Get all these tools picked up and call it a day. Just need to unbolt the old flex plate and I'll be done with the disassembly and I can start putting it back together again. I was beginning to think I was never going to get to this point. It's just been so hot. It's been making me so lazy. You know, I managed to get to every transmission bolt except for the top one on the driver's side over there. I had to go from the engine bay to get that one. The trans tunnel on this car does not give a lot of room, unlike my Camaro I had where I could take the transmission out. I could get all the bolts from underneath with no problem, but not on this car. You know what was weird is as soon as I got the 2 bolts from the transmission cross member loose, the whole thing fell backward an inch or 2 and scared the crap out of me. I've never had one where I didn't have to pry it loose from the motor off the 2 dial pins, so I wasn't expecting that at all. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, thanks for the likes, and thanks for the comments. We'll see y'all next time.